Hi guys, hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, North American Snow Queen. Today we're going to talk about a couple of interesting things that have just been presented to me. First, let's talk about something I'm talking to one of my watchers on my channel on, and I'm not going to give all the details on this piece because of a couple reasons. The first one being is I don't have the information on how it's going to go with his original discussion. But I will share what I can share with you and what he said to me. Jonathan Cox, I mentioned him in the last video, says he wants to know why I couldn't get a job at McDonald's. And I says, let's make sure I get to sing right here. Yeah, okay. He says, let's see. Come on, you load up, you little... Alright, I said, they turned me down, I cannot read their computer screens. And he says, MicheleMarie, with that, that's not... One thing about YouTube, you gotta get this thing organized better, the layouts, the comments, because it doesn't make any sense. Why can't you read this? You must have selected reading phony. And I said to him, on my... Jonathan Cox, my face is 4 centimeters from the screen. I cannot read the McDonald's orders from 2 meters away. You can see that as I read the Krakatoa article in my BlackBerry. And then he also, when I get back to the other quote he asked me is, he says, why don't you move to a place with more work? And I told him, I said, I have no funds to move. And he says, I have never seen a person make so many damned excuses. And I said, I just state the facts, take them as they are. And I also said, I guess I didn't think the second one came through, and it did. So here it is. I said, I just state the facts. Watch the video to see how I read my BlackBerry to see it for yourself. Unfortunately, I got so many typos and this is hilarious. I'll read you with the typos and I'll read you the translation. I meant to say in plain English. You have videos showing me reading computer and my iPhone 2 very close to the screen in all ashes. That wasn't what I meant to say. It was just a bunch of typos. It came out to me. So I meant to say was, I just state the facts. Watch the video to see how I read my BlackBerry. See how for yourself. I have videos showing me reading computer and my iPhones too, very close to the screen in all cases. MicheleMarieDalene, I have also seen videos where you beg for money from the few people that watch your videos, on top of the fact that our tax dollars go to you sitting around all day. No one is going to send you money. There is no entertainment value in watching a welfare queen ramble on for an hour about how everyone should send her some more money. You do not need all that fancy equipment. That is literally no reason. No one cares how good the audio or the lighting is on your radios. You're just wasting taxpayers' money. Thank God for Trump. And of course, I did say, I have got donations several times. I am not a welfare queen. I am the North American Snow Queen. who just happens to be legally blind and has a partial hearing loss. Stop and think about that. I was just offered a grant of up to $10,000 pursuant to application approval to upgrade my equipment from YouTube itself. If it may cover relocation, which if it does means I can relocate to a more optimal area. And then of course a person said to me that he's got me an interview at a local business in town, which I actually am going to go to that, and I'm not going to give the names here because you trolls will sit there and grill me over it. I mean, I know you guys. Okay, so alright, so let's talk about what I was mentioning about that grant, because I think it's important and it's kind of ties to what I just said. That is related. That's why I have my phone here, because I want to make sure I get these actual articles correct instead of potentially giving you the wrong links. Okay, this comes from the YouTube channel grants. Now, before I went ahead and got all excited about this, I had a chance to confirm that the reply to address indeed was a bona fide address, as well as information about what they're trying to say. It says, "Greetings, Michelle. I am Tina, working here with YouTube channel grants. I have received word that you may be in need for a grant to help grow your channel. So I have prepared some information that explains in depth what our organization is and how we can further help your channel. YouTube channel grants started in 2013 when businesses started to look into the service. YouTube to reach out to more people. Our organization was created with the intention of funding channels so they can achieve their dreams. We can provide grants from $1 to $10,000 depending on their channel plan. By channel plan, I mean what they are planning to do with the channel they are currently running, such as if they want to get into a different genre of videos or performing, perhaps start monetizing whichever they desire. If you wish to obtain one of these grants, all we need is a response from you or anyone who runs the channel. As soon as we get the response from you, we will send over an application via mail or online. When the application is complete, we will review the form you submitted and will decide whether to release the payments. There is no fee, no fancy one-year application process, and no scams or tricks. This is a legitimate grant offer that we wish to provide you. I am looking forward to hearing back from you, and have a great rest of your day." This is from Tina, the Senior Admissions Manager. Okay, so I did contact her, and I sent her information. I said, yes, I am interested in that, because we did mention over here many times our equipment is getting old. And this camera is the only one we have. We mentioned we wanted to do chroma key in the past so that we can do, more detailed and more sophisticated videos, and I still do want to do that. We mentioned we need new sound, we need to get all kinds of new stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to pay volunteers to help run the equipment, so it's going to be problematic. Because, well, there's another thing which I don't know what the application process is yet. I'm still waiting for the application. I just put in for it. So let's see what happens. Maybe, as I said, it covers the equipment. So maybe I can get ahead, get some new lights, upgrade the cameras, upgrade the microphones. And unlike Mr. Cox said, people do care because with the sound quality. Because I have heard people biatch big time other YouTube channels if they use equipment that's not that good. I've had them say things like, why aren't you shooting in 1080p? Why are you only shooting in 720? Why are you only shooting in 576 by 720? Why, blah, 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 blah. Yes, they do, biatch, big time. Or why does your microphone sound like you're basically talking on the bottom of the garbage disposal? This is the kind of stuff that they do care about. Okay? So to say that they do not care is bullshit! Yes, they do! Guarantee they care. If they didn't care, I wouldn't have people reading people comments on other channels saying, your video presentation sucks. Your sound sucks. Your picture sucks. Oh, these are people sending messages to the original content creators on those channels, their channels, not my channel. Oh, I get plenty of them too. Yeah. So, Mr. Cox, yes, they do care. Okay? Yes, they do. Sorry to burst your bubble and saying is that people don't care. They certainly do. So he did, this guy out of the blue, who doesn't even live in Connecticut, phoned this local Winston establishment that is looking for some general help. Again, because of the trolls, I can't give the names of the program because they will basically find every way to sabotage me. I'm sorry if that sounds like I'm a little paranoid. I'm not, okay? But the trolls that I have on my channel are really, really oily. Okay? And you know what I mean by that. If you think about it, I'm not the only one who runs into trolls. I really daggone would love to go into details. Okay. In fact, he mentions about his grandfather. I'm going to say this, I'll read this grandfather's comments about his grandfather, and I'm going to respond here. MicheleMarieDalene, I take it you're not looking to debate this tonight. This is from the past. Okay, so this isn't a new one. That's fine. My point is, we could have a million excuses. My grandfather lost the sight in his legs in World War II. He worked until the day he died. He would wheel his wheelchair 10 miles to Walmart and back every night, every single day. My father has cerebral palsy. He refuses to lie down and let the government pay for him. He got a light job at McDonald's to pay for the schooling to become a coder. No excuses. Okay, let's talk about that. I don't know anything about your grandfather, okay? And I really don't understand much about your father. But as far as your grandfather, a lot of when you're legally blind and you got a hearing loss, employers particularly get very jumpy. And there's a reason, 2 reasons. It's called insurance liability. If you can't see and you touch something that's bad and dangerous, or I'm trying to come up with an example. Obviously, since I worked in food service, let's say you're cooking something, you're frying some food for the customer, and you happen to forgot that you got a hot pan on the stove, and you happen to put your hand over the pan and you burn yourself. The insurance company, the workman's comp, is going to be very, very uncomfortable with you working there. However, I worked in food service for many years, and I do know my way around the hot stove, so I don't think that's really a real issue with me. However, the hearing loss is another story. If your employer can't clearly give you instructions, and you can't clearly understand what they're saying, it adds to their levels of frustration. Because that means that he can't, for example, make sure that I understand what he said. And that screws me up too, because it makes it harder for him to make sure I got the right instructions. In the food service, you don't have time to write things down in nice, neat little post-it notes and hand it to your staff and say, take out the garbage, wash the floor, rotate the stock in the stock room, wash the dishes. That doesn't happen. It's too fast. I worked at several restaurants. I know what I'm talking about there. They want you to basically be self-motivated, especially if it's a job that is a regular routine job. For example, when I worked at Friendly's, the first thing I would do is, of course, I didn't live in the same town I worked in. Unfortunately, after I moved to Willimantic, I had to take the bus, which I think was a mistake because that destroyed my career upward mobility because I couldn't work the longer hours that my employer wanted. Okay, I wanted to. I really did. I really wanted to be able to expand my work hours, but because of the fact that the bus only ran from up to about 5 o'clock each day, I couldn't work the evening shift when they really needed a dishwasher at Friendly's and stores. So I ended up basically got stuck doing the weekdays and maybe on the Saturday weekends because they had Saturday buses. But even then, I was still tight with very tight schedule, very limited schedules. Didn't give me a lot of room for flexibility. Now, this restaurant that he managed to get a sympathetic employer to talk to me about a job here is about 35, 45 minutes away on foot. I can get there. I know where it is. I don't know much about the clientele. I don't know. It's a bar. It's not the Meadowbrook Cafe, but I know where it is. Anyway, the point is that I don't know what kind of job he's looking for. Let's see if we can find some general notes here. Let me read this up real quick here. I'm not going to give the name of the company because, as I said, the trolls will eat me alive. Okay? Let's see. It said here, okay, I got you a job interview. It's this Friday at 3 p.m. The place is called the blank, blank, blank in Winstead. Blank, blank, blank is because I don't want to give the name of the place, okay? It's for a general help job, and he said he supports the handicapped community and could find something for a blind person. Ask the bartender. Okay, fine. All right, so I will ask the bartender to talk to the owner. He said, MicheleMarieDalene, this is something I found. He said, considering I found this channel through searching for Welfare Queen. That's kind of interesting how he found the channel. He just did a general search. He just did a general search on YouTube. Okay. I thought, let's see. I found this channel through searching for Welfare Queen. I am not the only person who thinks you are one. And you keep throwing blind and deaf around. You are partially on both handicaps. I told you about my grandfather. Okay. So we mentioned about the wheelchair and stuff like that. It says, only you set the roadblocks in front of you. I really hope that you get this job. It may put pretending to be a talk show in perspective to you. Well, you know, it's kind of interesting. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but here's the thing. Okay? We'll see what happens. Alright? And by the way, when you search for things on YouTube, I showed him, but actually, I said, search for the word North American Snow Queen. If you put that into the little or the little magnifying glass icon on either the Google YouTube desktop or the mobile app, it searches for the words first most related together, which would be North American Snow Queen, which you'd find me on this channel, and then it'll start searching for words like American Snow Queen, and then it'll start searching for American Queen, then it'll start searching for American Snow, which kind of makes no sense, because unless you're talking about a snowstorm, and then it will eventually search for Queen, and then he searched the word welfare. Same thing. He searches for welfare queen, so he gets a couple links about people who live on welfare and abuse the system. And then it comes down to eventually he finds a link on welfare and explains how welfare works and how it doesn't work. And then it will find queen. Any word that has the word queen in it, which includes North American Snow Queen. It does not necessarily reflect me being a welfare bomb. And I got really, really mad about that because, why is this guy doing that? Why does he want to search and go out of his way to, first of all, he's talking about his original video he commented on was from when I interviewed Sherry Heaton Love a couple years ago. Then he went on and started watching my videos, and I hope he likes some of them. I'm not saying I'm professional or anything. I'm just basically MicheleMarieDalene, and that's what I am. I'm doing the best I can. My YouTube channel is my YouTube channel. It's my channel. It's the way I present things. By the way, there's another YouTube channel I'd like to get her involved with. Her name is her YouTube channel is Graph 3 Yard Girl. Her name is Bunny Meyer from Texas. I think that'd be kind of interesting crossover or collaboration video if the two of us did a video on the same channel. Or me being on Big Clive. I think that'd be more successful. Me and BigClive.com could be doing good videos. Well, what about you and Ave? I don't know. Ave, yeah, maybe. But talking to Ave or watching Ave's videos, I get the impression he kind of likes to be his own individual person. I don't think he's necessarily interested on being a major collaborator of many other videos, but maybe he would be willing to do it. There's a lot of people on YouTube that also, of course, present videos about their favorite topics and things, and the things they like to do. I mean, you got lots of cats videos and everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. You do the videos you like. That's what YouTube's for. Okay? Lately, my channel has become more of a news commentary station, news commentary, and I want to focus on that because it would be great. And I'm going to do my best to get available grant money, whatever is available, to begin the process of getting better equipment, or at least upgrading what I have. So getting a second camera similar to the one that's sitting on the tripod taping me right now, to, why not, get another camera, get another tripod, connected in to a video editing station so I can actually crossfade, do overlays and things like that, and chroma key. That would be a really good tool to have at our disposal. It certainly will give us additional resources. And of course, better lighting. It's too bad it doesn't cover a new couch. And it technically would cover sets, I think. Yeah, I think it would cover a set. I think I could get a new set for that. But I don't think it'll cover any leasing of any more bigger studio spot. There's a spot downstairs that my landlord is renting out, which is a nail salon. A nail salon, I don't really need to do nails. But Dory might be interested in it. If she could use, sure. Though, I don't think we can afford it. He wants a lot of money for that space downstairs. So, I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. But But anyway, the main thing is as we get through and we create new videos and new ideas and things like that, we're gonna try to make things better and more awesome. So I'm not against Mr. Cox. I just hope that he understands that yes, I will go down there on Friday. I will talk to the owner, or I'll see what he can find. Because it is a pub, I might be able to get a job working there at night. But the only problem is if he says, well, you have to wear jeans. I don't have jeans. I don't have any jeans. I have no jeans. I don't wear jeans because I can't stand wearing jeans. I feel too constricted wearing jeans. Plus, I also got a gut on me that when I wear jeans, my gut chafes my gut bad. I've seen what Dory does to herself and how she tortures her own self wearing jeans. I'm sorry, but I can't physically wear jeans. I can't even figure out what my size is. Never mind trying to squeeze into them. Okay? And even if I could, I have to get custom sizing because of my crazy shape, and that's gonna add to the cost. And besides, if we're talking about getting a job right now, that is going to be the most important thing. Is maybe after the first 2 weeks paycheck, maybe I could buy something. But until that point, that is not gonna happen. No. Okay, so now, of course, one of the things too in a new studio would be is that, let me just show you something here in the studio here. Let me see if I can show you around here in the room and give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Let me rotate the microphone this way, and don't ask me to take the camera off the tripod because that is always a disaster. So this here is the couch. Okay, this is the couch. This is the. Wait, you know what? I'll do it this way. That way I don't have to worry about knocking my cords off. Okay, here's the living room. Here's the couch. There's the other studio, which is where it's working on right now. Sorry, it's not in focus. It didn't focus here. You can see it's got all her art stuff. You got our computer over here that we're not using this right now because I'm not doing a tape one. We're doing a tape, not live. Then we have, of course, the stuffed animals, things like that. There's two ancient lights up there on the Christmas lights, yellow light. And it's in short, oh yeah, this tripod is also, unfortunately, is quite ugly as well. It's an old development tripod. It's kind of starting to show its age. It's from the 80s, and some of the rubber resistance units in it have kind of college shot. But for right now, that's pretty much where it stands, why we need the new money for the cameras and studios and stuff like that. So I hope that the individual for this organization will get back to me with the application and see what the money is available. And yes, this month we're not going to be able to buy much more than the cancer eye drops coming up because we are going to need to focus on the bills. Oh, what about the other thing you were talking about earlier? The debt collectors. Oh, yeah. Well, I contacted the debt collector and I explained to them that I had no way to physically get to small claims court because I don't have a car, I can't drive because I'm legally blind. And they said if I could send them some confirmation or some documentation. I said, sure, I had that. So I'm sending to them the my certificate of legal blindness and my social security just to build the information, so that number one, they know that I really truly do not have any real significant money to pay the bill. And I said I would supply more information as I can. I said, the best I could do you is $25 a month, which is really what I paid Round Rock. Sometimes I paid Round Rock more, sometimes I paid Round Rock less, and that worked out fine. I got my PayPal credit bill, which is about as much as this bill, well, about half of it, paid off. Okay, so they said that they will let me know in about 24 to 48 hours if they did indeed process the fax paperwork that I sent. I also mailed them the paperwork in the U.S. postal mail as well, so that they'll have two sets of information, so they can get back to me and let me know if they are willing to work with me on payment arrangements to that back bill for the old JCPenney credit card account. How in the hell did that happen? Very simple. When we lost our Section 8, we did, because I ended up having my landlord decide no longer wanted to be part of the Section 8 program. I couldn't afford to keep paying them anymore. Okay, I was a very good JCPenney customer, but I fell behind, and I really couldn't do any more than I was doing. So I just quit. Pretty much the truth. So that's what happened. Was I just ended up throwing my hands in the air and said I quit, because every time I tried to send them something, they kept tacking on penalties and penalties and penalties on top of penalties on top of penalties on top of penalties, and I couldn't keep up with the penalties. So instead of paying, say, just $50 a month, it ended up being more like $75 a month. And I couldn't pay that, so it ended up being $150 a month. And then it ended up being at a point where I couldn't pay nothing. And someone just said, throw my hands in the air and said, I can't do it anymore. I closed out the account myself. I said, guys, I'm sorry, I am positively and totally insolvent. There's no money for that. And alright, so that's enough of that. So we'll have to find out what all the different things going on and things like that. And it's going to be hot that day. And like I let him know, it's going to take about 45 minutes for me to get to this place. I know where it is. By the time I get there, I'm going to smell pretty rancid. It's going to be 31 degrees. And like I said, maybe this place could put me on an evening or night shift. You know, and it's a pub. It closes about 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I can go ahead. Maybe they'll put me on the night shift, which is good because I like night shift anyway. And let's see how it goes with that. But for now, I'm going to finish charging my phone. And so, alright guys, for now, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.